All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So, I'm going to take a second look at a couple tickers we've been looking at, all right? First one's going to be Viri, second one's going to be SFR, and if I've got time, I'll try to throw Getter onto it one more time as well, all right? Look, Gap City is what we were talking about, and I mean, this bad boy delivered. Unfortunately for me, it was in after hours, and I was pretty honest in the comments. I didn't chase it after hours, right? There was some good money. I really hope you bank it. I might go into the like 15-minute view and just kind of like talk about the action during it. I don't like record like script these, right? So we'll kind of play it together. Hopefully it doesn't mess up. But Viri, crazy, crazy interesting for sure. And then look, SFR, man, it had some crazy runs. Let me just flash it real quick, just in case you're not as familiar with it. It's these lines are really, really good at like giving you a reason to believe if something's going to be hard to break or not. And that's ultimately what it was with this 100 moving average, right? So nasty day, and we'll talk about both for sure, right? But before we get deeper into the details, let me just kind of come back here. What are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We do have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that we do draw we is me. I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, as always, if you can please like, subscribe, share, comment, anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But I swear, just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, all right? So let's get into the details. And look, I'm going to quickly, before I zoom in, sorry about that. I really am not sure how many other videos talked about this 110 line. All right, because on the daily, there's really I'm going to just zoom out. So there's no reason on the daily to put this line here. All right, I think most people would have literally skipped it. Oops, so sorry, and assumed that the line was going to be here, right? And hopefully you used this 110 as a gauge if you played this. And where do we get it from? We got it from this weekly 50% candle, right? So again, I've always said these videos, man, like I'm not here to give you financial advice, but like I love knowing when they do really well. Like I get to kind of like live through your trades a little bit. But nonetheless, look, monster day. But I always say it, look, not all green candles are weighted the same. These are good days, and I call this a bad good day. All right, for sure it was down here the day before and it was up here the day after. Like, I get it, that's green, that's good, for sure it went up. My problem with something like this, so look at the box over there. When I click, the open was at 118, but the close was all the way down here at 9. Like, more people lost money this day than I actually believe made money this day. All right, and that's why I always say, like, I'm not a fan of bad good days. All right, I want candles to look like this, where the bottom is here, throw money anywhere in it, and hopefully you'll catch it all the way up, right? Like, that's a good day. Down here, up there, up here, down here, that's not good. That's at least bad. Up to down is bad. Yes, yesterday, today is good, and that's where I do that combination of it's a bad good day. It is. So that's really what I see what happened there. And then look, the day after, if you're already below the close, that's for sure got to be scary, because my general rule is day after, hold yourself 50%, right? So we do not even come close to even trying to hold 50%. And then, obviously today was a minus 20. That's horrible, right? What it really comes down to right now is going to be this 8 moving average. Look, despite these 2 shit days, like, and again, this was obviously a good day, so I don't want to necessarily call yesterday a shit day. That's definitely very wrong, right? But we're actually still going up. We're actually still going up. Like, this 20 burger down didn't make the 8 moving average decide to go down here, right? It was actually like, you know what? I'm going to actually keep chugging up. I'm going to actually keep chugging up. And hey, end of the day, I think tomorrow should really let us know if it could use this 68 line, or what I imagine is, 71, right? Like, these two are a stone throw away. Can it use these 2 lines that are kind of really close to each other as a place to hit and bounce? Actually does it today. it wicks down here and goes back up, right? But you know I don't give a shit about wicks, right? Like, I'm very curious to see, will we open here and go up? That's my question. Otherwise, we open here and go down to 55. Like, I really think between 71 and 68 is, let's just call it 70 cents. I think 70 cents is going to be the money line here. It should hit that and go up, or it should hit that and quickly drop to 55. And that's a huge drop. That's about a 20% loss right there, right? Am I doing the math right in my head? 14 cents down. Yeah, I think so. 14 cents on this is 69. Cool. Yeah, that'd be a 20%. So 70 cents is where I would kind of set a stop loss if you're in this and doing some stuff. Or, hey, 70 cents might be where I'd love to enter if it goes down. Because again, getting in on 70 cents would be a 10% reduction from here. And then let's just go back up. And hey, that might be an easy way to play a 10% swing, right? Depends on your game, right? But Viri right now, I'm definitely worried. I will be far more worried if 70 cent doesn't hold. I can't, oh, interesting. This is an interesting weekly, actually. It's not a bad weekly. It really isn't a bad weekly. Obviously, this was a good one. This was a doji confirm, like, doesn't count. And this is trying to go up. This is at least trying to say, hey, you know what? I think we might be playing in this right here. That's a really high RSI though. You know, so I don't know. I think I'm seeing 55 more than I'm seeing 110. I might be wrong. I'm not going to pretend I might not be wrong, but I think 55 seems a little bit more realistic, and I think 55 will, oh man, these RSIs aren't even that bad. Ooh, man, let's see what 70 cents does. All right, I got a smile on my face. I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend I know here. So this one will be interesting again. 70 cents. I can't say that enough, all right? SFR. What are we looking at SFR? Look, SFR, one of the things that I said was I loved the strength of this candle because as we look at it, the high of the day 150 was the close of the day 150. Beautiful. I loved the strength of this candle because again, the high of the day was 2, the close of the day was 2. I didn't like the strength of this candle because the high of the day was not the close of the day, all right? It wasn't, and that's not good. The one thing I said in the comments yesterday is this is actually a good bad day. So what does that mean? We definitely closed up here and then here. Day to day, it's bad. But look, this thing actually opened down here. It opens at 158 and actually closes at 177. It also actually closes at around, if not probably a little higher than 50% candle. And it also closes over the 8 moving average. That said, if you're going to break a line that we really haven't even been over that strongly, the day after, I think I'm expecting that strongly as well. And you can see there were moments where it was actually trying to give a good confirmation on that 100. But it obviously just doesn't do as well as I wanted. And this, again, is why I always talk about confirmation, all right? I'm pretty sure, I didn't make any money on these two. I would have for sure loved to get in on this stock, and I wasn't going to do it until the 100 confirmed. And I know it sounds really silly. Like, why is this guy telling me wait for the day to end and then maybe consider it the next day? That sounds stupid. Why am I going to throw away profit? It's because waiting for confirmation kind of lets you avoid this. And if you get confirmation, it should be a few days going up. So yeah, I'm willing to skip one if I'm going to get a few days up, right? So that's what I'm trying to like talk about when I say confirmation. But end of the day, the whole story was inability to confirm the 100 yesterday. And the realization that, yeah, we failed it for sure today. Like, this is strong confirmation that we didn't break, that the 100's still a bad guy. Right now, I'm wondering, is this going to hold? This 106, look at that. The 8 is at 106. The 50 is at 108. 107 needs to hold. Like, if it loses 107, I think it's really, really likely that we come down to 73. That's also pretty much in line with this plateau here. And end of the day, green can really quickly go red. So, yeah, a little bit of a never know what's going to happen here, right? But right now, this 100 is not a winning line right now, and I'm worried if we're going to come here. It should be hard to lose too, but that's a really scary RSI. That's a horribly ugly volume loss, right? Like, I don't think this might hold as well as we like, because also just look right where it's at. It's pretty much in the middle of a red as well, right? So I think this 74 might be a little bit stronger of a line. Real quick, let's just throw Getter on here. I loved what I was seeing it, right? Like I talked a little bit about the high RSI, but I remember zooming out and seeing that it's lived here. End of the day, this is a hard plateau, because really this was the only resistance between down here and like sweet Jesus up here. You know what I mean? So the strength of this line is huge. And I remember as I was making the video yesterday, we saw it dancing with it. Clearly it tried to gap over the line, right? But I keep saying it. I don't care about the open. I don't care about after hours or pre-market that much, right? Like I care about the close of regular hours and what that means on these. And yeah, today we pretty much come down to the 8. I'm really curious to see if the 50 right here is going to hold at 41. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, 34 cents seems really likely here otherwise. So and honestly from there, I could see this coming back to 28 otherwise. Hopefully this is strong enough to hold. Hopefully we do not go lower than 34 cents. But yeah, that's an ugly RSI. Volume's actually not that bad. It's actually relatively stable at that, and it has actually been continually going up, which is pretty interesting, right? But and hey, we are at a place where maybe this 8 actually does the job and we go up. If we can close at 55 cents, hell, you know what? If we can close at 52 cents, I'm gonna set an alert for 52 cents. I'm curious to see if what happens at 52 cents. I actually am, because maybe we hit this tomorrow intraday and end up flying a little higher to this. Hopefully we at least close here, meaning the 8 did its job. And yeah, this green, red could be another green. And again, after this 66, oh my goodness, right? But do not have $5 and $10 dreams. And we're talking about a 66. No, we're not. We're talking about 45-cent stock, right? So keep realistic expectations, all right? Appreciate your time. Went a little longer than I wanted, but yeah, hopefully this helps.